just got my phone. My phone should be charged enough now. Yeah, 75% is good enough for me. Just waiting. Woo! Woo! We're doing a wave. We're doing a wave. We're doing the wave because we've got an endless void. Yes, baby, an endless void. Boom. Endless void. Yeah, that's fun goofing around here. Oh, I gotta turn my phone on. That would actually help. I was waiting for some people to get around. Yeah. The title of this actually has a meaning. You will soon figure out why. Just gonna check. Oh, I have a count of 3 viewers. Okay, I was just goofing around. But let's start it off with this. This is the extended ad, not the exact one that was shown off at the Super Bowl, but this is the extended ad. I'm going to go back to the very beginning, and we're going to watch this together.
Working 5 to 9, you've got passion and a vision, 'cause it's hustling time. A whole new way to make a living. Gonna change your life, do something that gives it meaning. With a website that is worthy of your dreaming. And 5 to 9, you keep working, 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 working 5 to 9. Till your dreams come true. Working 5 to 9. You keep dreaming, dreaming, dreaming 5 to 9. 5 to 9. You can do it.
That was the 5 to 9. It was re-recorded so that it could fit the ad. Now, this is where this gets very problematic. Chats up with as shares an exclusive first look at her Super Bowl ad February 2nd. Okay, this was posted. Yeah. This isn't the page I'm looking for. See, people talk. It's not hilarious. It's inspiring. That's nice to hear. This is an inspirational ad. That ad was cringy. Cringy. Frequently forget how old I am. I'm just trying to find. There was a specific thing I'm looking for. I thought I had the right thing, but I didn't. I didn't prove. Yeah. Something like this. That's why I said cancel me for trying to better myself by doing these videos. I didn't put that in the title because it didn't have a nice ring to it, but that's why I said cancel me for trying to better myself. Okay? in 1978, when Jane Fonda decided she wanted to make a film about a working woman, she traveled to Cleveland to meet with members of an organization that would be known as 9 to 5. The women were base workers, blah blah blah, who were fed up with low wages. Da 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 da. Ms. Ford asked them, "Have you ever fantasized about killing your boss?" We thought, "Oh, come on, what is this Hollywood centralism stuff?" Stories would then become 1980 film 9 to 5, which starred Miss Flora Lily Thompson and Dolly Parton, an office worker who exacts revenge on her sexist boss. Miss Parton wrote the movie's theme, which describes the grind of working 9 to 5 that had only recently a reality for a significant number of women. Many of them were barely getting by, as Miss Parton sung on minimum wages with the boss that groped, demanded, and stole her ideas along the way. Now, Mrs. Parton's 9 to 5 will reach a new audience. Those who tuned in to the Super Bowl yesterday, a song has been reimagined as an advertisement for Squarespace, the website builder, but with a gig economy twist. The song begins like the original with a tumble out of bed and a cup of admission, the cackling of Miss Parton's acrylic nails, with the inspiration of clacking sound of a typewriter in the background. But this version has been recasted as 5 to 9, open to inspiration, it seems, whether it means 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. or a 4-hour chunk of time before or after a physical workday, when people with passion and a vision are focused on their dreams. Because it's hustling time, Ms. Barton sings, a whole new way to make a living. It isn't exactly a working class anthem that senior Elizabeth Warren chose as her presidential campaign song. Indeed, Americans are hustling more than ever in the pandemic, but not the same way in a global recession that, affected women, blah, 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 blah. They say another word for hustle is survival, blah, blah, blah. Colin, however that she was struck the lead of a character ad, the Puerto Rican women actor. The ad speaks about the demographic that I am not actually sure exists right now in the pandemic. As a sociologist of Stanford and the other said, families in insecure times, it's great to have a hustle to achieve your dreams. It's another if you have a hustle to get by. Mrs. Barton's original anthem spoke to Sunday among working women. It had this kind of take this job and shove it tone, said Joan C. Williams in the workplace. So she said, which came blah, 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 update. Even Ms. Parton didn't write the lyrics this time around. Might speak more to the grim reality of every woman for herself. But the lyrics, regardless, she's singing with a passion that she likes and everything. So, you can't be too mad. They're basically saying this demographic of someone who wants to work, to have a side hustle to get by and do their dreams, isn't a thing. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a little bigger so I can then read the chat, but you're basically saying it's not a thing. That people were outraged about the ad. Okay? Regardless of if it's specifically for something like Squarespace or not. The point is some people like NBC News, and they said this two days ago. And I'm just gonna skim through and find the places. Dolly Parton herself is no stranger to good press. Blah 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 blah. This Parton's very first Super Bowl ad featuring her reworked anthem 9 to 5. Fans were initially excited to see what the reigning queen of country music had cooked up, but it quickly became apparent that Parton had made a rare miscalculation. Rather than paying homage to the spirit of the original song, which made no bones about the explosive nature of the daily grind, the commercial for Squarespace features a tiny ode to the side hustle. Its office workers are portrayed as being overjoyed to continue working after hours. Their side hustles are painted as freeing, fun, fulfilling, and the song itself encourages them to be your own boss, climb your own ladder. This is where they have a problem with what I am doing. And I'm sick of it. They're not judging me, they're judging us. You, the person who sits and watches. Okay? Because if you, the person who is sitting and watching this, versus everything else that happens. Okay? I don't like that they're saying that. Okay? Regardless of whether she really rewrote the song to fit or not, it doesn't matter. What I think they mean by 5 to 9 is 9 to 5 is now 5 to 9, meaning 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. But they're saying it's a perfect storm of gig economy propaganda, and it's a particularly disappointing message to hear from someone like Parton, who once warned us we're just a step on the boss man's ladder and made her cinematic debut as a secretary who gets so tired of her boss's sexual harassment that she almost shoots him. Like, the point that they're saying that you shouldn't have a side hustle that you enjoy. I enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy doing this because this is what I want to do as my job. I don't want to stay in the job that I am in forever. I have plans of buying an office building, like around me, or a warehouse that is for sale, and putting in like a flat screen TV, buying an Elgato capture card, getting a nice gaming PC that I can build like a pre-built, like a buildable one, like what my brother has here. A mini fridge, cool lights, like my friend, he's willing to do this stuff, but I want to know that you guys are here for me, for everything that I want to do, because otherwise I'm just doing this for nothing. And them trying to cancel us, the people that want to do this as their job, and the reason I made the thumbnail the way I did, entitled this, cancel mood for, I have to click delete message, delete. I have to fix some spelling mistakes on this. I don't need it to say what I want. I want it to say wanting. Okay, now I should be able to come here and share and copy the new link. Then it should change it to what I want it to say. I have to click A and put every one. Click V and then enter. It should say want instead of, no, it still says what, but I'm just going to remove the thing just so people could see it. It's literally to the point now where they're trying to destroy people that have a side hustle and is remotely enjoyable. Like, I read to you that there were people talking about the tweet. There's people tweeting about this, like, you don't even listen to the song. Like, there were a lot of stuff during the Super Bowl that I didn't like. The fact the game was 100% rigged was number one. It was rigged. Okay? And I'm not going to get more into that at all, but sorry, I was looking at my phone. But what I am saying is that there's a point when they talking about, because it says the song was written especially for the film's opening credits. It echoed the goals of the real life and still active 9 to 5 movement, which fought for better pay, better working conditions, and an end to sexual harassment at work. Issues that still plague millions of workers today, and an inadvertent hat tip to the anarchists of Chicago who called for 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will. Back in the 9th century, the 9 to 5 theme song warned the working 8 hours a day in a dead-end job was already no way to make a living. Isn't that what this is still saying? It's saying, be your own boss, do something you enjoy. If you go to work and you come home, hop on your computer and live stream video games, now they are specifically talking about that, but if you took out the stuff about the website, you would still have something that means something. Regardless, and they're trying to say that, oh no, it's just talking about stupid things, and like, come on, give us a break. I enjoy doing this. Me and my friend Sam, at some point, he has some life stuff going on, and stuff, and everything, and I plan to basically do this as a job, and that's what I like. I like doing Discord. I like being able to do this, and if I can do this as my job, I would love that. Be my own boss. There is advantages to being your own boss doing YouTube. Trust me. If you are your own boss and you are doing gaming, say on your Nintendo Switch, as you're walking somewhere, falls out of your hand by accident, or you slip and it breaks, you use that on a live stream. You claim that as your source of income. Now, this is in the United States, so if you're out of this country, I don't know if it's the same for you, but you do that as your job. You can then send your Switch in to get fixed. Give the calls, do all the stuff you need to do. And when it comes back with the price, you do all the stuff and use it as a tax write-off because you use it for your job. Therefore, number one benefit. Just like an Uber driver can claim his car oil change as part of his job because that's his job. He uses his vehicle. He needs to buy a new vehicle, tax write-off. I don't know if that quite counts, but it's part of his job, so I assume it counts. That's all I'm saying. And the reason I'm calling this as news and politics is because this whole entire woke agenda is just getting ridiculous to the point where people are just driving me and a lot of people on the internet insane. And when I saw that people were trying to mess with Dolly Parton, I'm not a humongous Dolly Parton fan. I've heard some of her music. She's really good. But it's the point that people just are ridiculous. Like, the whole article thing. It doesn't matter. Because if you don't fit into what the actual world wants you to see, you know what that does? That puts you in a box, and if you don't fit in their box, you're taken out, medicated. Because if you decide, say you're in the box I've mentioned, you decide it's a black or white type of thing. You either view it this way or this way, and if you don't, and you have any other view, if you're not left or right, or have any other in-between view, basically what they're saying now is, if you don't have a left view, you can have a little bit of other things sprinkled in there, but if you don't have your majority of a view is left, you're crazy. Medicate you. Case in point, Kanye West. There was a video that described the album before he was said as bipolar, The Life of Pablo. And on the album cover, on the top of the album cover, now I'm going to just pull it up. I'm going to pull up this album cover so you guys can actually get a good look at it. And I can describe to you what this is and give you the meaning of the album cover and what the album cover actually means. That is not a good quality photo from Wikipedia. I have to find The Life of Pablo. The Life of Pablo. No! I'm just trying to find the album cover. And this is the album that he made before he was hospitalized. And then he came out with Ye. Now, The Life of Pablo actually has a whole meaning due to the album cover and everything. Like, the album cover actually has a legitimate meaning to it. And each song has a specific meaning. There's a video that goes really, really in depth on this whole thing. Like, the whole everything. And this is what I mean. Like, the album cover, which I'm going to open image in a new tab, so it's just this image that we can look at. Now I'm going to shrink myself down. Boom. Okay. So, right here in the top, near this right here, this picture, that's his dad. That's his mother. At their wedding. Meaning family. This is the picture of a model's behind. Behind that of the model is the words, which one? Family or the famous sex with models lifestyle? This comes after having his first child and having songs like Only One, okay, because I'm going to show, I'm not, I know you guys can see what I'm typing here, but I'm going to just do this so you guys can't, so I can just read off you the lists now, but you know the image. So I'm going to just come here and check, come on. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to go through Genius, and I'm going to tell you the meaning of the album and what the songs mean. And I didn't want the song feedback. I didn't want the song feedback. I didn't want the Life of Pablo track list. So I'm going to read it to you. Because there's an actual video, but to say that this album's a mess and is crazy, you're crazy. Because, look, if you look at Ultralight Beam, it's Kanye West basically saying he wants to get back to God. But then he goes through the rest of the album up to the last song, Saint Pablo. My brain, I was like not looking right at it because it's not listed here on Google for some strange and odd reason. But, each song has a purpose. Okay? I'm not going to go over every single song, but he has highlights, lowlights in the track list to the album. That's why I'm trying to open up the stupid alright, I did open again. Because each song has a specific meaning. Now, like, Father, Stretch My Hands, part 1, and there is then part 2. Now, basically, this reflects on an argument he had with a girl that he loves. Kind of said. By the end of the verse, he realizes nothing else matters but waking up next to her every morning. Meaning that without her, life's meaningless. This is where that like this last line, where it says, like these last couple lines, it says, it's this last pre-chorus section here. It says, "Beautiful morning, you're the sun in my morning, babe. Who can I turn to? Nothing unwanted. After all, who can I turn to? Beautiful morning, you're the sun in my morning, babe. Don't, if I don't turn to you, nothing unwanted, no other help. I know I stretch my hands." Because because there's this other part where, well, before it says, "I want to wake you, you know just what we want. I want to wake up with you in my, I want to wake up with you in my beautiful morning." And this goes into the album Ye, where he's talking and he says he's bipolar, making like a joke at that. Now, just like someone like me, now Kanye West is somebody who has anger issues, and when something's bugging him, instead of talking to somebody and actually getting it out there to people, he takes it out on other people. From time to time, he gets mad at them, starts yelling at them, making them feel horrible, like he did to Chance the Rapper in the Dame Dash documentary clip that was going around. Now with part 2, when it'll load, what it says here on Genius, and is that Kanye's most personal moments, from not having time to call his wife due to work, to talking about his mother's death. This is so it says, hours before the album launched event in February 11th, 2016, Kanye revealed that his own father served as inspiration for the track, and that he was brought to tears during its creation. This is in contrast to the gospel use of the term father, referring to God. Kanye's father, Ray West, left him and his mother, Donda, when he was 3 years old. Donda said the reason they divorced was because Ray put his work before her and Kanye. Kanye reflects on his father's decision and how he doesn't want to make the same mistakes with his family. And I feel that is 100% true, that you really don't want to. And like stuff like that, like and basically, like, I'm not gonna go over every single song, but like the song Wolves, basically trying to protect his family from anything on the outside because of fame and all of that. But when he gets to Saint Pablo, it, like, there's a lot of this album. I'm not going to go through the whole thing right now or really talk much more, but there's a video on it that I'd recommend you go and watch that talks about all this stuff. For someone like that to talk about what it's like to be famous and what it does to you, and how when you either have to choose between family or being famous and having that be your priority and having the lifestyle, or having a family and then being famous but without all the partying, like no more parties in LA and all of that. And and when people talk like this and tell people that these things are more important, is doing things that better you and make you feel better, you are called crazy. Because afterwards, things that Kanye West did or said made him seem crazy. And not everything did he say was completely crazy. When he said 400 years, when I heard 400 years of slavery, I said that was a choice to being a slave to your phone, to the media, to debt. And this is why being your own boss can bring you out of debt, bring you into places where you are bettering yourself. But the media wants to say having a job and having a side hustle that you enjoy that may or may not become your job or may provide for the family isn't good. You're supposed to be stuck in a job and die. That's practically what they're telling you. They're not outright saying it, but it's pretty much how they're saying it. That this isn't what the song's talking about. It's talking about this now. It's like, come on, give us a break. You realize how much of this is ridiculous and stupid, and this is why I look for alternatives to these platforms and stuff, like Odyssey and all that, because it's stuff that I am passionate for. Now, not all of these videos can go on to Odyssey due to the fact that, and Library, due to the fact they have a thing where the video can't be more than an hour and all of that, but that's where something like right now, from the timestamp 000, I'm going to